Money, 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 money. I said it was gonna happen. Money. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna start off with United Healthcare. This is United Healthcare. Your time and date, Arizona time. Let me take my indicator off. So we're forming a 3 candle box on a 3 monthly time frame. This right here. This is what we're forming. And this could be the outcome. This move right here. That's I don't know about that, but this is why you want to catch these moves. These are the tricky moves when this is where supposedly where the banks come and do all their. Also, because there's decision coming up, there's decisions coming up in the Federal Reserve. So all this, along with where they think the gold is gonna go, whatnot, they open, they close positions. The one that finally where they think they're going, they liquidate all you fucks that are trying to go in and out. It's because it broke this, because it broke that, and finally it breaks. So same thing was coming with United Healthcare in the think about it, you guys. This is the last month of the year. There's a three monthly candle box. Um, Also, pay attention to where the Fibonacci are, the 50 Fibonacci in particular. We have a monthly 50 Fibonacci right here. This is what happens when you break a 50 Fibonacci. You test it afterwards and you shoot above. So this is what I want to see right here. We want this month to test this, shoot above, and close above it. Now, if we close this month below, what is it, 328, that tells me that the next 2 weeks, because think about it, you guys, they moved the Federal Reserve FOM. So now it's going to be it's going to be in 3 weeks from now. It's going to be on the 10th. So that means from today on, well, actually, in particular, the 28th, because, we close the market on 28th. So from the 28th, or whenever they close this month, till the 10th of February. First of all, if we close below it, we got from the first of the month to the 10th. And you'll see it. You'll see how United Health Code will be bouncing between 310.91 and 328.63. So 328.63 cents and 311 with 78 cents. You'll see it if we close below. If we close above, you'll see sort of this happening, especially the first 2 weeks. You'll see it. And then, so the fact that we have a 3 monthly, and let's say Powell does have the good news in the market skyrockets, this area right here is your sweet area to then catch the rest of the swing that's going to happen to it. The next 50 area on the weekly is right here. So if you want, let me mark it up. So here's that. Oh, fuck. So here's that 50 Fibonacci for the monthly, and for the weekly, it's up here. Fact. Where's that? Fucking shit, I knew it. My bad, you guys, my bad. My bad, people. Let me get this shit going. No, fuck the Fibonacci. Alright. And then the weekly 50 Fibonacci is right here. Alright. So, let's see the play now. What could end up happening is that, and we have some cushion right here, if everything plays out, we're going to be blasting off, and by the end of the year, we could be at in between 388 or 400. And if after the Fed talks, because he's going to talk on the 10th, the last 2 weeks, we also end up getting whatever. They print more money, they tweet something, whatever to up the market. Because again, you got to remember, we've been crashing for the last almost a month. So they're gonna make it up with this. We're coming to the holidays. They're gonna make it all jolly and jolly. He's gonna do this shit. He's gonna fucking do. That's why you had the reason why also the market then gave it that boost, because that's what happens. They'll tweet something towards the end of the day, especially after, think about it, after a great fall. There's nothing really going on, but hey, let me tweet something towards the end, and it gives it that, oh shit, China, United States are talking agreements. They're gonna talk in April, supposedly, some shit like that. But all that did was just to boost up the market or whatnot. That's what you see in gold, and then as you're getting closer to the end of the day, especially your 11:45, no, your 12:45 to 1:30. That's when you're gonna see more action of the S&P 500. You're gonna see it either come back down, retrace it right now in the first hour, 2 hours or so, but then towards the end, towards like your 1:45, 2 o'clock, you're seeing more action coming up because it's it closes at 3 instead of, no, yeah, or something like that. But regardless, you're gonna see more action. Um, so this could be a nice setup to go for a call right here, especially once we break this the monthly 50 Fibonacci and towards getting closer toward the Fed. There's gonna be a good area right here. I bet you. Watch. Let me put my indicator on. So you see how my indicator is telling me this your entry. To me, that, because I see it, this is telling you this is your core from in between these boxes. That's what you gotta worry about, pay attention to, because this is where you can catch a nice sweet trade or option call. Especially as you start hearing more positive shit, rate cards happening, and this, which is what's happening right now. And let me go to the daily. You see how that's the main area right there, your center. The moment this bitch fucking passes that 50 Fibonacci, you're gonna see this entry on the daily candle. You're gonna see this entry be the same area, but you're gonna see a switch. Green is gonna be up here, and red is gonna be down here. Watch. Meta, same shit. Meta has been dropping, and it dropped, from almost $800 to fucking 580. So of course it's gonna recover right here. It's gonna bottom right here, and again with the Fed and all that fucking bullshit, it's gonna hit right here 644. It could be either by the end of this month, or it could be around with the close to the Fed. Close to the Fed, you're gonna see Facebook recover that. Especially if we keep hearing good news, unless tomorrow on Wednesday we get some horrible news. Again, it's just gonna be temporary. Once we get to like the end of the first week of December, you're gonna see the market start rallying on up, because you're gonna hear more rumors of interest rates happening and this and that. So you're gonna see that markets recover again. Watch. Not financial advice, but watch. That's what's gonna happen. That's why I have a call. I have a call for Meta till the end of the year. I have gold, holding on gold till the end of this month. And then I have S&P. I've been holding S&P, a call for S&P somewhere over here at 8 in the morning. And I have a long call for Bitmine. Seeing how Trump was talking about signing bills and crypto this, crypto that. I believe that Bitmine, I have a call for Bitmine at the end of the month, and then I have another one by the end of the year, because I believe by the end of the year we're gonna get crypto bullshit, and the market is gonna fucking recover. There's no way these fucks are gonna let the market crash all the way in December, especially after they're not gonna do this shit. And if they do, it's a fucking discount, because all that means is, think about it, you fucks. We got also earnings the beginning of January. The first week of January, second week, we got banks. We're gonna have your Microsoft, your all these fucks again. So it's gonna start all over again in January. So you also gotta think about that. And when earnings comes, that's when the market's a week a week or two before the earnings come up, you start seeing stocks rallying up again because again of earnings and this and that. So that's another thing to pay attention to. If we do have this little nice fall later on, or not. This is fucking such a fucking good, wow, to be buying fucking all this shit. Um, that's it, you guys. I was just going to update you guys. You're gonna see as we get towards the end of the day, more action. Either it's gonna hold Bitcoin and Ethereum are gonna hold their positions, but they close at 5 p.m. So we will see more action towards your 130, 115 or one, like closing the market. And let me put my bullshit up. U.S. stocks rally on tech stress. U.S. stocks rally to start the holiday shortage week, and the S&P up. Blah blah blah. There's room for near rate cuts. Told you they're gonna fucking that. I'm telling you, the rumor's gonna spread, and then yeah. You want to see something too? Watch. So you know how they manipulate the market. The market's not just buyers and sellers, or cause watch this shit, you guys. Come on. History. Bam.
Strong drop in price. Rarely market. Of course, makes sense so far.
Market. Now, maybe you need 10 million in capital to knock this stuff down, but it's a fun game and it's a lucrative game. And
so he pushes the market first up to so he pushes, of course.
I hate his fucking boys.
Is this just because it's the holiday period?
Forex, each and every.
About something else first. Again, today we have the misdirection from the futures. The futures pointing to an up market, and as of right now, stocks are down again. Is this just because it's the holiday period that we're seeing this?
You know, a lot of times when I was short at my hedge fund and I was positioned short, meaning I needed it down, I would create a level of activity beforehand that could drive the futures. It doesn't take much money.
If you understood what he just said, tell me, is he a buy and hold investor? What he means by that?
Or if I were long and I would want to make things a little bit rosy, I would go in and take a bunch of stocks and make sure that they're higher, and maybe commit 5 million in capital to do it, and I could affect it.
So of course, what you want to do requires
war with Iraq, and we're gonna bomb them. And then the rumor starts spreading. I better sell my stock then. Yeah, I better sell my and then the rumor spreads and fucking fear. And the hedge funds are the ones that do this. Why they sell this shit. There's all kinds of ways the market do this shit and whatnot. So anyways, right now the market is just excited because of this interest rate cuts. That's the only reason the market is pumping. Because they're pumping you with emotions. They're pumping you with, hey, I heard we're going to get our interest rate cuts. I better buy stocks again. But anyways, I don't want to bore you guys. I'm going to update probably when the market closes at 3. And I'm going to try to do videos pretty much every 4 to 5 hours to update you what's going to happen with the market, especially how these last 2 days of the month are going to be very fucking important, people. Very fucking important. All right, anyways, I'm going to read the comments. Let's go. First like, appreciate it, man. Icon. What are you doing? Going over, updating the market pretty much. I normally go over Bitcoin. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I told you that this shit was going to happen. I told you how Bitcoin and Ethereum over the weekend let you know how the economy is going to open. And as you can see right now, you see how Bitcoin and Ethereum and the S&P are reacting the same way? It's not because whales came in and bought 200 trillion of Bitcoin and whatnot. No, it's because it's manipulated, because it's synchronized to the S&P 500. The government manipulates this shit. It's synchronized to the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq, either or. But the Nasdaq and the S&P are like Ethereum and Bitcoin. They mimic each other. They mirror each other. Watch. I'm gonna show you. So this is the S&P 500 right here. I put a 12 right count. That's the S&P 500. 12-hour candle, and this is the Nasdaq. You see how they mirror each other, the breakout that we had when Trump mentioned about opening the government. Then we had data the next day. That's when it trickled everything. So all these, just like silver and gold, they mirror each other. So one tells you what the other one's gonna do. Silver and gold. So yeah, I normally go over my main ones is silver, gold, S&P 500 is my baby, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are my fucking 5 babies right there. And then I usually go over also Nvidia, Palantir, Netflix, Meta, United Healthcare, and Google and Apple. But the top fucking, pretty much the top first 10 that I mentioned, those are my babies. Anyways, you guys, what else? Can you tell me on gold? Gold is gonna go as long as we keep getting this interest rate rumors going around. That's what we looking for. If the Fed cuts interest rates this month, you'll start seeing gold flying. If they pause or they say, yo, because of the data and blah 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 blah, and the government shutdown, we're gonna just step back and let inflation and the numbers tell us later on the next meeting. And then if that happens, you will see gold retrace on down. You will see the S&P. You will see all these fucks Bitcoin. You will see them retrace on down. And then this data that we're getting released right now, Thursday and Friday, is gonna give you what the Fed, because this is what the Fed looks at. So investors, hedge funds, whoever the fuck looks at this information, and it gives us an idea of what the government is gonna do or should be doing. The more we keep getting bad data, the more it's good for us because it's pushing the Fed to cut interest rate. The more good data we get, the more it's bad for us because they're not gonna cut the interest rate. So then you're gonna see gold, S&P, stocks go back down. So the more bad data we get, the more good for us because it pushes the Fed to cut interest rate. But then again, it's more bad for us because more signs that we're in a recession, even though we are in one. More signs that we're going to a recession, and it could be too late by the time the Fed tried to cut the interest rate. So that's why you hear Trump and everybody saying how he's dumb. They should cut him down because it's gonna be too late. So that's why you're seeing gold and silver reacting now, and you have a trend line right here. Oh, it's already there. Daily. And you can see right here, gold is squeezing. Anyways. Gold, brother. Are you tell gold? Like I said, I already covered gold. Gold is gonna go up if they cover interest rates. So the more you keep hearing about interest rate this, interest rate that, they're gonna cut interest rate, the more you're gonna see gold going up. So watch. Yeah, I already said it. I already said in this video right here. The reason why the market is going up is because they're saying how interest rates may be cut this December. See? So the probability of interest rate being cut was 30% about a week ago, and it jumped to 70% down. So that made gold, silver, stocks go up. All right. What is that? Damn, share where you buy token. This bro is pretty much the stock market, the index. This S&P 500. You guys, regular people, when they think about stocks, they think about this shit right here. They think about lines. The market just goes up and down. The market could be in an uptrend, but if you ask a person, hey, so how's the market today? Well, it went down. Because technically, we can't tell you, no, the market's up, but it just took a little test on down. They would not know what the fuck you're talking about. Because all they know is, are stocks up or down now? Hey, I heard the market is down now. And then tomorrow, it could be fucking flying again. And so, people are so used to seeing the market this way. But in reality, there's people that can read the market this way with these candles. You get, or me, I'm able to put the geopolitical events that are happening around the world that involves us, meaning tariffs, war. Like China right now, we're supposed to meet up with China in April, so something to look forward. That's really gonna move the market. The fact that he tweeted it today also boosting the market up. Hey, good news. Me and this guy been talking. We're gonna meet up in April, possibly next year. So the market's gonna that push the markets up. They know this shit too. So stuff like that. On top of that, data. I know which data moves the S&P 500 and gold and silver. Um, Also, the candle structure, your support, your resistance, your 50 Fibonacci indicators. I put all this shit together and make it more accurate instead of doing the whole. Yeah, I think the S&P 500 should be hitting, 6,800 by Tuesday if the candle goes up like this. No, I take everything together, not just candle formation and structure and all this bullshit. Hope that made sense. But anyways, this is Brian Seacrest signing out, folks.